this is really interesting because now even banks and major corporations and even governments are starting to realize that cryptocurrencies and blockchain as a whole can solve a lot of their problems. So, for example, if you have a country with a big bureaucracy, it requires lots of people to run that bureaucracy. Okay? In the UK, we are one of the most bureaucratic nations on the planet. We're way more bureaucratic than some of the smaller emerging economies. And this requires us to effectively employ hundreds of thousands of people to work at an incredibly slow rate, mostly on bits of paper still. You know, not everything's digitized. If you've ever tried to deal with the government, you will know it is an absolutely incredibly arduous task. And most of the time, the different departments of government have no idea what the other one's doing. The left hand doesn't know what the right's doing, and it gets incredibly complicated, especially when it becomes your job to prove that you've actually done something or paid something or signed a form or done something correctly. Now, why would anybody want to get into cryptocurrency? Because it's new, it's volatile, it keeps growing, and it's very interesting, but not everybody understands it. Well, the people who invested £1,000 in the early days of Bitcoin are now multimillionaires. Through doing nothing. They literally sat on their Bitcoin. They sat on a store of value. And the wonderful thing is that the Bitcoin's completely secure. If you put money into a bank in the UK and you put, say, £1 million into the bank, do you honestly think that it's guaranteed if the bank goes under? No, of course not. That's what happened with Northern Rock. People put not millions of pounds, but sometimes just a few pounds, hundreds of pounds. Sometimes their life savings went into these banking systems. And when it was discovered that the bank didn't actually have any liquidity, it didn't have everybody's money there because effectively it had been stolen, people panicked. So they all ran to the bank to get their money out, and eventually there was no money left, so the bank shut the doors. And everybody else who didn't get there early was left standing going, where's my money? Well, it's gone. Of course, what happened then, we know, is that the government effectively bailed it out. So they gave the banks who'd stolen all the money in the first place a load of your money to repay the original investors. And effectively what's happened is that the British population, through taxation, have been utterly screwed for the failure of the banks to be compliant with the rules. The bank's got a bit of a slap on the wrist, a bit of bad rep for a while, and some fines which were a drop in the ocean to what they actually make. And you and I will be continuing to pay these debts off for many, many years to come. So 2017 right now is the year of the cryptocurrency explosion. So in the last 6 to 12 months, cryptocurrency has just gone bang. It's gone absolutely insane. More and more people are getting into it, more and more people are starting to understand about it, and fortunes are being made. But it's not just about cryptocurrency. It's not just about creating these new forms of money that we can trade with each other. And by the way, anybody can start a new cryptocurrency. You don't need to be a bank. You don't need to be regulated. You can just simply decide that you want to create a cryptocurrency, and it's best if you say that you're going to do something with it. And of course, on a blockchain, it's provable, and people can choose to invest in that or not. But here we are in 2017. The people that are getting into it now are making vast sums of money. I was encouraging people 6-7 weeks ago to invest in a particular cryptocurrency, and in the last few days, if you look at what they've invested, they've actually now returned 100% profit on their original investment in just a few weeks. Try doing that with the traditional banking system. It does not happen.